Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for this special video, uh, my most anticipated albums of 2025. I'll do the anticipated movies one later. It's just, I still have to finish up on the 2024 movies, so it's going to take a little bit to get through that, and I'm going through the list of what I'm excited for 2025's albums. So we're going to start with the first one that I know is coming out very shortly. So let's get started with the first album. So the first album is Idola with Mend, which drops January 17th. It's with what's his name? The guy from Dance Gavin Dance. You kind of know who I'm talking about. So from what I gathered with Idola Mend, I've heard two of the singles already, so I'm really interested to see how this album turns out. And yeah, Andrew Wells, that's his name. I knew it was something that I was trying to think of, but I didn't think of it for now. But yeah, Idola Mend is the first album I'm excited to listen to for 2025 to start it off, because I was going to listen to the Cursed album by Paleface Swish or Swish or something. Yes, Swiss. Paleface Swiss is what they're called. Which I still will be listening to it, of course. I didn't know if I wanted to. That's the thing, because they sounded like Slipknot in a way, but they're actually from Switzerland, from what I gathered. The next anticipated album does come out next week. It's Mac Miller, Balloonerism. I wonder how this is going to turn out. I will admit, I do like Mac Miller's posthumous albums, because I know from what I gathered, he's not with us anymore, which may he rest in peace. And it's been quite a little while. His last record was in 2018. Self-Care, I think, was the album's name. But yeah, he's been dropping posthumous albums. Well, his label has, and it's sad when someone like that goes, because it's just unfortunate that it was over drug overdose or whatever. So things happen. So the next anticipated album that I'm excited for is The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I've heard two of the singles. I have not heard the third one. I just don't feel like I want to hear the third one, because I want to be anticipated to see what I think of this next one, because I want to wait to review the other ones. I've heard Timeless. Timeless was okay. Wasn't one of the best songs. Dancing in the Flames was the best track. I don't know how I'm going to feel about Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd, but I think there's going to be some tracks I'll enjoy, but I don't know if it's going to be one of the records I'm going to be excited for. But I had to put it on the list, because it was a record I was really anticipated to see how it would turn out. So the next one is All That Remains with Anti-Fragile. Excited for this record for sure. It comes out on the 31st, so at the end of this month. Really anticipated for this record. I hope it turns out well. 4 of the singles we've already gotten. I think they've dropped almost half the album, unfortunately. So it's only 10 songs, so you're not in for much of a record. So, but other than that, that's another album I'm highly anticipated to see how it turn out. I don't think we're gonna get another single from All That Remains, which I don't think we should, because I think Forever Cold should be the last one, because we have the album coming out in like less than 3 weeks, so not really much farther from now. But other than that, that was the album I was excited for the start of January and towards the end of January. The next album highly anticipated for is Dream Theater Parasomnia. Really enjoyed two of the singles. I don't know if we're going to get a third single. We may, but it just depends on what they decide to do. James LaBrie's vocals have gotten much better, and Mike Portnoy is back in the band for this album cycle, and I'm really excited to see how this record turns out for sure. So that's my next anticipated album that I'm excited for. The next one is Ginger with Duel. Really excited to listen to how their new record sounds. So definitely interested to see how it turns out. I've heard a couple of the singles already, and I was really interested to see how they turn out. So sorry, this cat wants out of my room. And give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. Had to pause the video for a second. I just basically had to let this cat out of my room. So pretty much Ginger Duel. I think there was Someone's Daughter, that was one of the singles. There was another one that came out in like September, October, somewhere around there. But from what I gathered, I'm really interested to see how the new Ginger record turns out. The next anticipated album is Lacuna Coil with Sleepless Empire. Really hyped to listen to this record. I hope it turns out good, but we'll just wait and see. Oxygen, I think it was Oxygen, that was one of their singles. It was one of those songs, but I can't remember. But from what I listened to from most of their singles, they've been pretty strong. Some good metalcore, deathcore stuff. So, really excited to hear that album. The next one is Killswitch Engage with This Consequence. Really anticipated to see how this record turns out. There's going to be quite a bit of stuff for the start of 2025. I don't know how the rest of the year is going to pan out, but we'll just wait and see. There will be other bands I'll be mentioning towards the end of the video, but these are the albums that are expected to come out that I'm mentioning first. But other than that, I've already heard Forever Aligned, the new single. That was pretty strong, and I can't wait to see how This Consequence turns out, this record, when I listen to it. The next anticipated record is One OK Rock with Detox. Really excited to listen to this record. I've heard majority of the singles already. Unfortunately, Make It Out Alive is not part of the record. I don't think. But who knows? It might be. It might not be. But from what I've listened to with majority of the singles, like Delusional, Dystopia, and Matter, those were pretty strong tracks. Dystopia was a good one, too. I kind of think there's some cringe to it, but overall, it's still pretty strong. Alright, the next anticipated record is Silverstein Anti-Bloom. Really excited to listen to this record. I hope it turns out pretty strong. And I hope it turns out to be a good record. It's only 8 songs. We've already gotten 3 of the singles. One of them was Skin and Bones, Confession, and Don't Let Me Get Too Low is the newest one. So, been really hoping this record turns out good. I mean, they've almost dropped half the record. But, from what I gathered, yeah. Silverstein Anti-Bloom is one I'm excited for. The next one is Architects with the Sky, the Earth, and All Between. Um, they have a new single coming out Tuesday, the 14th. Black Hole is the new song. But the three singles I've already heard are Seeing Red, Cursed, and, or Curse, I meant to say. And the final single was Whiplash. That was the last single I recently heard a few months ago, and still keep listening to it some of the time. But other than that, I'm excited for the new single Black Hole. I hope it turns out really good, and I can't wait to see the music video too. So that's an album I'm excited for February 28th. So the next anticipated record is Lisa with Alter Ego. I hope this record turns out good. She's part of the... give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. This cat wanted in my room, so I had to answer what my mom was saying. I'm sorry for pausing the video again. But, Architects, the Sky, the Earth, and All Between, and also Lisa Alter Ego are the anticipated records I'm excited to listen to. But with Lisa, she's a singer for the band Blackpink, the K-pop group Blackpink. And overall, her new singles haven't been bad. Rockstar was the least favorite. And then, I'm excited to hear how the record turns out. But would I say it's my highly anticipated? Not really, but it is anticipated to see how it turns out for the 12 tracks we're getting for this record. But overall, she made it as my anticipated for albums of 2025. The next one is Spiritbox Tsunami Sea. Really excited to hear this record. Soft Spine and Perfect Soul are the only two singles we've already gotten. I think we're going to get another single in February, but that should be the last one. But other than that, I'm really excited to hear how Tsunami Sea turns out. This is their second sophomore record in their discography for Spiritbox. They have not dropped a record since 2021, which was Eternal Blue. That was one of their best records, to be honest. And I really enjoyed that one. The next highly anticipated record is Coheed and Cambria, Vaxis Act 3, The Father of Make Believe. Excited to hear how this one turns out. This is the third act of the Vaxis series. Vaxis 2 was really good. I really enjoyed that one. It's been a few years since the Vaxis series. Vaxis 2 was a good one, but I had a few critiques with some of that record, but it still was pretty strong for the most part. So I can't wait to hear how this one turns out. I've not heard any of the singles, so I want to keep the hype going and wait till March 14th to listen to this record. So other than that, that's my next anticipated record. The next one is going to be Pop Evil with What Remains for March 21st released. A March 21st release, I meant to say. Really excited to hear how this turns out. Can't wait to listen to Pop Evil's new record when it comes out March 21st. We've already gotten 3 of the singles. The title track, What Remains. The second single, Death Walk, which is not terrible, but it's not one of my favorites. It's solid for how it sounds. So, and then the final single, Wishful Thinking, which was one of my favorites. So I really enjoyed that one too. I'm sorry, this cat's meowing like crazy. And he's like, man. I was messing with him for a second. So, he was being cute. Titan is. So, other than that, March 21st, Pop Evil, What Remains. Can't wait to listen to this record. The next one is Arch Enemy with Blood Dynasty. I'm really excited to listen to this record. I think they've dropped 3 singles or so already, but from what I gathered, I really enjoyed most of the singles. Alyssa's vocals are really amazing with her death growl vocals and her clean vocals. She does more death growl vocals through most of the songs and the singles I've listened to from Arch Enemy, but overall, I really enjoyed the title track, and I've enjoyed Liars and Thieves, and there was another single, but I can't remember. But other than that, can't wait to listen to this record. Now, I was going to mention Memphis May Fire, but I'm not going to, because I'll tell you why. They've dropped too many fucking singles for me to mention them. Excuse that background noise. That's yeah, so sorry about that. I just gotta but pretty much I was getting sidetracked for a second. Sorry about that. But other than that, I'm not gonna mention Memphis May Fire only due to the fact that they've dropped too many fucking singles, and they've dropped almost 3/4 of their record now, and I'm not really excited to listen to that record. I am excited, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up anymore because we only have 3 songs to be excited for that record. Now to talk about the next anticipated album, Bleed From Within, Zenith. Can't wait to listen to this record. I think they've dropped 2 or 3 singles already, and I've enjoyed what I've listened to already. So definitely excited for that. And Hands of Sin was one of them, and In Space of Your Halo, or whatever that song was. But other than that, I really enjoyed that. There was another album I forgot to mention. So the next one is Sick Puppies with their new record, whatever that record was called. I think it was called I am not sure. I have to go look back at it real quick. Wave the Bull. That was the record's name. Wave the Bull. So, Wave the Bull is the next record for Sick Puppies, and I'm excited for that. But Going Places was the least anticipated single. To be honest, it was crap. It was not good. And everything else was fine, like Creature and There Goes the Neighborhood were strong singles. But other than that, that's my next anticipated record that I'm excited to listen to. The next one is Barry Tomorrow's give me a second. Barry Tomorrow's new album that I'm excited for to listen to. It's called Will You Haunt Me with That Same Patience. Comes out May 16th of 2025. Can't wait to listen to that record, and yeah, I'm excited for that. So now, What If I Burn was one of the singles for the record, and I'm really excited to hear how that turns out. Well, I've already heard the song technically. I think they're going to drop another single sometime today, or not today. I don't know what I'm saying right now, and I am so sorry. I'm just getting sidetracked here because my mom's talking to my sister. But other than that, pretty much that's most of the anticipated records that are due to be released for the first and second quarter of 2025. Now to talk about the other anticipated records that have no release date. Well, they are going to come out. Another one is Silverstein Pink Moon. Excited to listen to it. I don't know when it's coming out. It's probably expected to come out in the third or fourth quarter of 2025. But other than that, I'm excited to listen to that. The next one is going to be Breaking Benjamin. I hope they drop a record this year because they are due for one. It's been almost 7 years since Ember officially for a studio album version. Studio album wise, it's been almost 7 years since their last record, Ember. So I think they are overdue for one. Next one is Starset. Hopefully they drop a record this year, but we'll just wait and see. Because I know they've dropped 4 singles as of last year. I think we're going to get another single sometime this month or next month. But we'll just wait and see what happens with that. Chevelle is another band that I hope will drop a record. Can't wait to see how that turns out. Motionless in White. I hope they drop a record this year. I know there's some other bands, but I can't think of it as of now. But from what I gathered, if there's any other bands, you can let me know in the comment section below. I know Grey Days is another one. They're dropping a single on the 21st. I'll see how that turns out because I know they got a new singer recently. So I'll mention them real quick. And finally, from the next anticipated band to drop another one is Testament. And there's other bands that I'm trying to think of. Bullet for My Valentine. Disturbed, that's for sure. That's another one. Fear Factory. I'm not going to say Five Finger Death Punch because every time I hear something from Five Finger Death Punch, it's going to be cringe. Who else? There's other bands I'm trying to think of, but from what I gathered, that's pretty much about it. It's just, we're not getting really much anything. Slipknot, Look Outside Your Window is a record that I hope does come out and see the light of day. And then 3 Days Grace is another band. Underoath says Underoath is expected for a record this year, depending on when they drop one. But other than that, that's pretty much the anticipated albums and bands that I'm excited for to drop. And also artists too, as well. Anticipated albums and bands and artists to drop records of 2025. I can't wait to see how the rest of 2025 turns out for music, because I think it's going to be a good year for music. I think we are overdue for a Breaking Benjamin album, for sure, because it's been almost 7 years since the last record, Ember, and I think it's about time they drop something like that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this anticipated albums, bands, and artists to drop material in 2025. I did the best I could to make this video as good as possible. Sorry for pausing at the 16-minute mark of the video. I was getting distracted for a second because my mom was talking to my sister on the phone. But other than that, thank you guys for watching this long-awaited video that I've been anticipating to come out, but it's just been so busy with what I've been doing. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and thanks for watching.